Hello and welcome to another Wraggys beer review. So I'm going over to Blue Monkey Brewery in Giltbrook, Nottingham. First things first, I'd like to say a massive thank you, honestly, to the Blue Monkey Brewery for kindly gifting me as a wedding gift 2 mini kegs of their beer. The BG Sips, I never got to try the mini keg, it went. So that just shows you how good the beer was, because it went on the night. I never even got to bring it home. And the Rhubarb and Custard, again, that near enough went on the night. So both beers went down an absolute storm. But you know, hand on heart, I'd love to thank them. I genuinely went to the brewery that day. I know that they put, and this is why I'm reviewing this as well, because I never got to actually review it. I know they put the Rhubarb and Custard into a mini keg. So I went to the brewery that day, and you know, the new brewer, his name escapes me for a second, even though I've seen him on Facebook. It keeps coming up, suggested friends, but I never had people as friends because I don't want to impose. It's just a weird thing, isn't it? You know, not adding people as friends, because you know, if they reject it, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's awkward. But I don't reject friends. It's funny, isn't it? But anyway, yeah. So I picked up BG Sips. I was always going to buy two Blue Monkey beers, and also the Rhubarb and Custard. And I was going to pay, and then the young chap went upstairs, says, "Oh, I need to get a code." Oh, okay. And then Laura from the sales team at Blue Monkey came downstairs and said, no, these are a gift. And I could have cried, absolutely cried. I'd been round all over Nottinghamshire that day, picking beers up. You know, supporting local breweries means so much to the channel. And now we've come away from the wedding, the financial constraints are a little bit less. Yeah, don't get me started on cars, but there we go. Yeah. So yeah, hand on heart, massive thank you. So first off, and there's glass all over the floor. I knocked the glass over last night and I've not picked it up yet, but I'll do it another day. So this is Blue Monkey, and it's their craft beer range. It's Rhubarb and Custard Pale Ale. It's under the cask beer. The cask version is called Blue Barb. As a rhubarb fan, I absolutely love rhubarb. I kind of gutted I never actually. I did taste some on the night. It tasted, but yeah, I didn't actually get to bring it home and do a proper review. I wasn't going to review in front of people. It's yeah, maybe one day when I win the lottery and I've got my own micro pub or tap bar sort of thing going up, I may actually do as a thing, like a feature, doing reviews. It's one way to sell the beer, isn't it? You're there, a few people sitting there, I won't say a lot, but a few people sitting there, and you're doing reviews and say, can you get this? And it'd be quite funny, and do it on YouTube at the same time. That's the plan. That is an aspiration. Have I got the balls to do that and the bravery to do that? Because it's not easy standing up in front of people, you know. At my wedding, and this time I knew that I had to do a speech. 25 years ago, I was there. Bridegroom's absolutely crapping himself all day, and he did the speech, and the relief on his face afterwards. He was sweating buckets before, and then he turned around to me and says, "Speech," and I'm like, "What speech?" Anyway, I didn't write a speech this time. Did it all off the cuff. My daughter did a fantastic speech, actually, bless her. Yeah, so it's funny how you can sit in front of a camera, talk, and even doing lives. I can do lives, but when there's a crowd, it's a lot more difficult. Unless I've had a drink and I don't care. But anyway, yeah, Blue Monkey, Rhubarb and Custard Pale Ale, 4.8%, unfiltered, unfined. It does say on the back, I will read it. Hops are Cascade and Magnum. And the ingredients are water, malt, wheat, hops, yeast, lactose, rhubarb and vanilla. So, ooh, let's dive in. I'm looking forward to this one. Yeah, it's nice to be back in the beer room. Although I did overdo things last night and got slight telling off this morning. We've got the grandkids and the dog with us, and oh my, yes, it's tough. It's tough when not yours, because when they are yours, there's things that they can't get away, they don't get away with, and everybody brings up their kids differently to what you do, and their dogs. So as we can see, unfined, so it's a slight haze, and it looks like a golden sort of pour. There's a centimetre of white head on this, on the nose. Unmistakable rhubarb. Unmistakable, it is a rhubarb pale ale. But the vanilla just sits behind the rhubarb. Oh, smelling absolutely lovely. I'm already 5 minutes in and I've not sipped. I do apologise. The Raggy Beer Review is never a short beer review. Some people get a beer review over in 3 minutes. I don't know how to do it. So it's smooth and creamy, and the rhubarb floats in, but then the vanilla kicks in behind the rhubarb, and they intertwinkle together. Now, if you see this on cask, if you see it in mini keg, or on craft even in cans, it's a delight. The rhubarb isn't too in your face, so don't be worried about the rhubarb, but it's a lovely fruit and vanilla pale. It just reminds me of what a great day the wedding was. The beer festival. It went down really well. I wish I could have invited. You know, there's people that I would have loved to invite, and I was worried about numbers. Some didn't show up, and the ones that didn't show up, it's sad really, because the ones that didn't show up, they missed out on a fantastic night. But there's also people from the beer community, from breweries that I know, that I would have invited, but I just literally couldn't invite everyone I wanted to invite. And there's a moment there where that through this beer reviewing thing, and let's be fair, I'm a gardener by trade, so the beer review is only a hobby. It's a hobby that's grown over the years. I mean, I've literally just gone past 1.5 million views, and that's none of them. No video has been what's the word? No video has been hyped. You know, some people are lucky where they get a video that's been hyped, or for some reason it's gone viral, and those videos can get you 2 million views in one video. But the channel, if you're watching this, the channel quickly became a channel to, you know, promote, and because in COVID I seen how tough it was for the locals, and you know, there's a lot of local emphasis on the channel. I bought this from Adventure Beer. Amazing shop. They've got a lot of Blue Monkey beers on there, so if you can't get them from Blue Monkey, you can also try Adventure Beer. And if you live locally, I mean, if you live nationally, Blue Monkey is always your best bet. But if you live locally to Nottingham, Derby, Leicester and parts of Lincoln, there's areas where they do deliver to, and they may deliver to if you contact them. But there's a great range. You can even get a Blue Monkey mixed box, and I'm proper tempted this year. Now the wedding's out the way, the financial handcuffs are off. Pray to God, touch wood, no more car issues. Won't go down that road. I can't even tell you how tough we've had a year of that. But you know, I think Blue Monkey might be my one of my advent calendars of choice. Do a Blue Monkey advent calendar. I was thinking about it last year, but like I say, handcuffs were on. But this year the handcuffs will be off a little bit. There's two advent calendars that I'm thinking of getting. One's slightly controversial, but the other, yeah. And for Christmas, so live beer reviews in the Wraggys tap room. Hopefully I can get a gas bottle by them, bit cold in here in the winter months. It's lovely and warm now though, and this is a perfect summer drink. And one of the reasons I picked it up was because obviously I read a lot of social media, and our Nottingham Evening Post columnist Danielle, she said she absolutely loves this. Now I was a fan anyway, and I thought, well, let's get that beer in. She may not. I don't think I told her on the night that she was the reason why I wanted that beer. And obviously, not many breweries at the moment locally are doing mini kegs or bagging boxes, and I think that's a bad move. I don't know about the messing about of filling them and all that. That's not really my thing. But bagging box and mini kegs, even if they're done to order, you know, a couple of days in advance, bring up, pay, and you know, get it. I think they're an absolute godsend. And not only that, but you know, for like these small batch releases that Blue Monkey do, putting it into bag and box, you could do a slightly bigger small batch into bag and box or mini keg, and I think that's a good way. I mean, I'd also like to see Blue Monkey craft beers on the bar. You know, a keg. It depends on the area, I suppose. I mean, I still need to get over to the Newark and the Loughborough, actually. Loughborough? Was Loughborough on it? Was it Long Eaton? No, it's Loughborough. I still need to get over to the Newark Blue Monkey as well. It's on our agenda. I want to try and get over before the £2 bus thing ends. So I'm not driving. I'm going over for a beer. So none of us are driving. We'll go over, spend a few hours down. There's a couple of pubs I want to go to down there and a shop. You know, go and see the place. But anyway, rattling away. 12 minutes, wow. Smooth, creamy, vanilla rhubarb. It's the spot massively. The ABV, not really getting the ABV. It don't taste like a 4.8%. The fruit aspect is you know, taking it out the equation. Got there in the end. So for me, would I buy this again? Hell yes. And I'm hoping we're going to Arnold on Saturday this week. We're meeting with some friends. The Saturday drinkers. We've got the happy drinkers, then we've got the Saturday drinkers. Saturday drinkers is a bigger a band of us. We're going up there with the Saturday drinkers. We're going to go in Blue Monkey Pub. I'll probably do a couple of reviews while I'm in there. And if that was on the bar, the Blue Barb, oh, that'd be amazing. I'd like to say also to Blue Monkey, if anybody from Blue Monkey actually watches these videos, it was lovely to see Bateman's Brewery on the bar in Arnold. I never actually got over, but if you ever think of doing a bit of a tap takeover of a few Bateman's Brewery beers, please count me in. Let me know when they're going on. I'll be there. I've got this thing about Bateman's Brewery, you know, supporting not just Nottingham, but more further afield. And what about Bateman's Brewery Blue Monkey collab on a beer? A traditional beer, obviously, because they are quite traditional, although they have got their other brand. But that'd be an interesting collab. Two mega breweries collabing. Yeah. Ooh, now that'd be something. But yeah, would I drink it again? Hell yes. Out of 5, 4.5 out of 5 for me. Absolutely top drawer, fruity beer, but that's not fruity. You know, it's drinkable. If you're not really a fruit beer fan, it's drinkable. But if you like a bit of rhubarb, oh heaven. Cheers all.